Hey, what's up, guys? This is T-Bone here. So today we're going to be playing some Legend of Solgard. A new festival has just begun, the Tarfur Blot Festival, and I've never had a chance to really, showcase the festival from the first phase, and so I thought it would be a good opportunity to do so now. Now, Tarfur Festival, Tarfur in Icelandic or Swedish means oxen, and that is also going to be one of the creatures that you'll be able to earn. And they've also made an update so that new bosses are going to be available now. So we're going to take a look and see. We may not get to this video, but as we make progress there, I will try and showcase them. Now, before we begin, I also want to just call out that there's a refer a friend program, and so if you like, if you're just getting started, or if you have not yet referred, putting the code for anybody, feel free to put mine in. So it is SIP12SEA. So that's my code. And so if you're going through the game and you're making progress, you refer me. As I make progress, you'll earn some gems, and we can earn gems for each other, so forth. And so feel free to enter the code there. So we can all benefit a little bit as we play through the game. I am very active. I do play on a daily basis, and so we can all benefit there. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look at the festival here. Everything is going to be the same, like in terms of the chests you can earn and everything, but there's going to be new creatures that you'll be able to get. We'll talk about them a little bit, but let's go and take a look at the changes. So here you can see we have two different sections now for phase one. There's also the end boss that you can see. One is Midgard, and then the other is going to be in the boss in Midgard, and then the boss in Niflheim. And so in Midgard, the final boss is going to be Nidhogg, and then if you take a look at Niflheim, the final boss is going to be the goddess Hel. So this is a lot different already. There's more bosses to go through. That means more trophies and more opportunities to earn those items. And so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So one of the things I mentioned is that you want to take advantage of these things are also new. They've changed the icons there. I'm gonna have to figure out what they are. But as I was saying, what you want to do is you want to go with your lowest level creatures, and then you are just going to basically do a quick fight, and you want to auto win as much as possible, and you want to make tweaks so that you could use the minimum amount of the power, so that you can do an auto win. All right, so I need just 8. I missed it just a little bit. All right, so I need 8 here. That probably is a little bit high. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We'll go and use, I think this is okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and auto win here, and we're just gonna go all the way up until we can get to Nidhogg. So let's go ahead and do this. So as soon as you win the lowest level, you can move on to the next tier, and that is what I like to do. So I like to sort of go all the way up until I can get to. Oh, I see. What's the difference? They made this change too, so that your creatures aren't exhausted immediately. You have a number of turns that you can use. So it looks like I can still use my mud scrape if I wanted to. So it's very different from before. Before you used to be able to only use it one time and it's exhausted. Now it looks like you can use it twice. And so if I needed to, I could still use it, which is a nice change. Because then you can use the same team twice against the boss, and that makes a huge difference, because then it sounds like you can do a lot more fights, and that makes more sense that you have two levels to go through. All right, so let's go ahead and see now how much do I need. So 3008, and I need 4300. So I need to increase this by quite a bit. So let's go ahead and change this up a little bit and see if we can get our way up there. We just need to hit to basically auto win 3 more times, and then we'll be able to start going after the big boss there. All right, 4368. So I'm gonna change this one probably to this, and probably change this one here. All right, so that's gonna be good. So we'll auto win this one, and then one more to go. Then we're gonna be on our way to fighting against Nidhogg. All right, so let's go. Actually this one, and then we're going to wait for this to claim. It feels like after the update though, it's a little bit more sluggish. You see how, like, after I've already completed, it took a while in the background before it finally reacted. All right, so let's go ahead, and now we're gonna have to use epics for sure. We're gonna have to start using epics in here in order to be able to auto win, but we will do so. So like the first couple of times, you know, this looks like I might be a little bit too strong. So let's drop it down a little bit. Yeah, I'm a little bit too strong, so I don't want to waste my units here. You know, first few battles, it's going to be just kind of like, you know, adjustments. You're gonna try to, you know, just find the right fit for the heroes so that you can auto win, and we're gonna do that right now. I actually really like this. I really like the fact that I could get 2 attacks for each of my creatures, so that it's not like, you know, you because sometimes after you set up one team and then and then it gets exhausted, you can't really come back with another team that can do well. And so having the same team that you can use twice after you've done some experimentation is really nice. All right, now we're in Nidhogg. So let's see if I could actually quick fight this first. And so I'm going to use my my biggest epic teams. And it looks like I can. So let's just do that. Let's just go ahead and auto win here, and then we're gonna move on to the next level. So you can see here, like I could also drop down, and I can just do the same thing with these levels again. But I'm gonna focus on Nidhogg. I want to show you how I beat Nidhogg and what teams I use, etc. And I want to see if maybe perhaps I can even quick fight this too, so I can go to the mythic level. So let's go and take a look at the legend. And so if I can auto win, yeah, so I'm gonna drop down a little bit because I might want to save my biggest units for even the mythical levels, because they are very useful. Like, you know, for example, like my Dread Knight, I love using my Dread Knight. I use it whenever I can. It is a really good unit to use. So I think I'm at, what is it, 14,000? I'm at 11,000. So I definitely need more power up there. So I might need to use this right here. So is that going to be a 14.8? So I'm short one. I guess I can use Raven Master. That should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and auto win this. So the key is to try and auto win so that you can unlock the ones that give you the mythic as quickly as possible. Let's go ahead now, jump into the mythical, and let's see how we can take this on. So 1900. So the thing with Nidhogg, so we're going to set this up now. So I'm going to use my Elderling, which is boosted. I have Belican here, although Thunderhoof is also boosted, so that's going to help. Against Nidhogg, you need at least one tank. You need at least one big tank that can absorb the hits, because at the mythic level, it will hit like it'll hit like a truck. It really deals a ton of damage there. All right, so I can use Raven Master for I can use Raven Master one more time. I love this. I love the fact that I can use the same unit twice. All right, so let's go ahead and take on Nidhogg. Let's see. So we get one turn before we have to worry about the 111 damage there. And so I'm going to go, and I suppose I will probably do that. It's just that, unfortunately, I don't have my initial setup. My initial board setup isn't the greatest. So I'm going to use this. Okay, I guess I could do this. I guess I could use my Elderling here to help absorb a little bit of the damage there. But that wasn't really what I wanted to do. I wanted to use it for some damage, right? Okay, so let's hope that we can get our Thunderhoof connected here, which we do, so that's going to be helpful. But it doesn't have quite as much help, but I was able to block it. That was key. All right, so now we're going to get hit one more time before Nidhogg is going to charge up for an attack. And so let's see. What I wanted to do is, I guess I can set my Vine Beer on the side here, because what I want him to do is I want him to keep attacking as much as possible. All right, so let's see here. Man, really bad board, like really bad drops for me. I'm gonna have to do this. Still 198. I have 2 turns total to take care of that. I can do that as long as I can match my Elderling. Okay, so that was basically once it's charged up, you need to then try to take it down as quickly as possible. Otherwise, it will deal direct damage to your team, right? That would have dealt 111 directly to me, or 121 directly to me, and I would have died no matter what I do. Okay, so here, yeah, I have really bad sort of creature placement when they get summoned, so I can't really do much here. And it's going to hit me right there. So I guess what I could do is I could at least deal some damage right now, right? At least I could try and deal a little bit more damage now, just to take it down. So I've only done about 500 damage or so, and at this point my shield isn't going to help me protect me enough. Although what I could do is I could try for a lucky summon, which I don't get. So I didn't get my lucky summon there, unfortunately, but I could go again, right? I could use the same team again. We're gonna do that. So whereas this would have been exhausted before, I could at least go again. I just need to take out my Raven Master. So let's go in the second time, and I think this changes everything really. But the only question is how long it'll take before it resets, and if it's a usually after you've exhausted your creature, you can use it again in about 9 hours, right? And so if this is exhausted, it doesn't seem to have a countdown. And you can see here the attempts will reset in 22 hours and 23 minutes. So the difference here is you can only get 2 per day. So you can get 2 attacks per day as opposed to reset every 9 hours. And with 9 hours, you can still really only do it 2 a day, but because it's only 9 hours, sometimes you can end up getting 3, in a matter of like 24 hours, or in that sort of, you can get 3 essentially. Is what I'm just trying to say. But I guess this is okay. All right, so let's change this one out. And Lamp Wraith isn't very good. So Lamp Wraith is normally a great unit, but against Nidhogg, it doesn't do any damage with its splash. So when it sets the ground ablaze, it doesn't actually deal any damage to it, and so it's not going to be very helpful. So I generally don't use Lamp Wraith if I can help it, unless it's boosted. And so I'm going to put in my Hellworm instead. So let's go ahead and use that. But if you aren't playing against mythic level Nidhogg, I can also talk about some units. So like in terms of like the yellow creature, I think that Thunderhoof is going to be good. Pyroon is also pretty good. But like I said, those fire on the ground does not hurt Nidhogg, so it's not going to be as effective. And then in terms of legend units, Vinebeard is great. It's generally relatively tanky, and it always deals damage. So instead of placing it on the right here, I'm actually going to just go ahead and put my Vinebeard over on the left side, because what I want him to do is I want him to deal the damage, right? I want him to actually constantly do the damage every single turn, because that's going to be helpful for me. I'm going to see if I can maybe do another match here. So that's good. So now I have at least 2 Vinebeards that's going to deal damage every single turn to him. And okay, so I can do that. And I suppose now with my Elderling, I guess I can place him over here because he's going to be able to deal damage afterwards. All right, so I'm gonna lose my health there, but I'm gonna be able to I'll be fine right here, because what I can do is I can also use my Elderling again. Do a match here, and that should be good along with my Thunderhoof also going for an attack. All right, so now we'll have our Thunderhoof, so that's good. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to place my Elderling here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a big creature. And I'm going to hope that my summon will allow me to do both 3 things. Get my Vine Beard, get my Elderling, and also try and get my big creature for Thunderhoof if possible. So let's see if I can get lucky this time. Alright, so I got 2 out of the 3, which is not too bad. Ideally, best would have been all 3, but, I'll take what I can get. And also, I'm going to try and see if my shield would help here. Alright, I didn't get that, but I can get a big creature for my Hellworm, so that should help with some blocking. Yeah, so there you go. Alright, so I was able to block a little bit. I'm going to use that and set Elderling. So doing a lot better this time, right? So doing a lot better in this round. Okay, so let's see. I still have some time, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of set up my big creature. It's really unfortunate that my Vine Beard is, just running out of time. Not running out of time. It's basically just off of the screen when it attacks. So it doesn't actually damage the boss. Like when it needs to. But let's see. So here, I guess I'm just gonna use the Elderling here, and I'm going to get as much attack in as I can. Hopefully I survive this round. Oh, I will survive this just because there was one more turn that he was going to wait. All right, it's going to be my last round. And so there is no sense in waiting. Like, I have to get my Elderling in for sure. There's no point in setting my shield either. And I guess that's going to be it. Like, I'm not going to be able to deal any more damage to him, so I'm just going to do that. And so that is going to be, my first 2 attacks. I was able to get it to 14. Now what I want to do is I want to get this done. Like I want to complete this. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this one up, and then that will be my goal here, because then what I want to do is I want to move on to these levels. These are going to be a lot harder, and I think it looks like I will not be able to. Oh yeah, so there you go. And for this one, I just want to take a quick look, right? So this one requires 9,000. So 9,000, and I can. So this one I can't even quick fight this one with my best epic team. I can't even auto win here, so I'm gonna have to manually fight all of these. So we're gonna have to try that at a later time. But well, we could probably try it first because I want to see what it's like in this video because it's brand new. So I'm gonna definitely showcase it. But I do want to take this one now. So let's go ahead and take down Nidhogg, and then let's see. So we've exhausted all of these guys, and I don't want to waste my Dead Knight just yet. So I think maybe my Worm Wrangler is going to be good enough. I can use my Worm Wrangler, and I can actually use the Capitan for some quick damage, and I'll use Green Guard to help out with some of the damage and also tanking, and again Hellworm to help with the tank. I need to get Hellworm to a little bit higher level. Like Hellworm is really good for that purpose. Like basically it'll tank, and then it will eventually then dish out some really good damage. So I'm also going to then do this, and I will get the Worm Wrangler up first because it will be able to attack next. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my Hellworm to tank a little bit. And I don't want to lose my Worm Wrangler, so I'm going to do that instead. Okay, so I'm going to lose there. I guess that's okay. So I'm going to move my Decapitant here and hope for a good match. So I do end up getting that. I'm going to use my shield to protect myself a little bit, and I'm also going to remove this so I can create a barrier, just so I can, give myself a little bit of leeway. So with that attack, I've lost, only a little. I lost some of my health, but I have enough to take one more hit because of the barrier. So that is going to be the main key here. So I'm also going to do this, and I'm going to set up my Green Guard. So my Green Guard is going to be set up now. I'm going to use that, and I need to basically now deal enough damage to take out 309. I'm not sure if I'll be able to see. Like, I don't have because I don't have Elderling, which was able to deal a ton of damage. This is going to be a little bit difficult. Although I think I can just barely make it. Right, I think I can just do it. Yeah, so I will definitely be able to do that. So I'm gonna have to. Oh, I hope I can do it. If not, I'll basically be dealt one damage. Okay, so let's see if I can get a critical hit. So I do get a critical hit, which is good. And now I'm going to 192 damage remaining. Let's see. So I have 26. It's gonna hit for 111. I may not be able to survive this hit. Yeah, which is unfortunate. So we had 92 remaining. I wanted to take that out. So let's go ahead and do. Let's just go ahead and use this team to take it out. And then we will try the first level of the Niflheim section, which is brand new. So let's go ahead and take a look here. All right. And then let's go ahead and... what happened? Did I must have done something. So I guess I can't play there now. Well, I thought I had only used them one time, so I must have quit I must have quit out or something when I was in the middle of talking. Anyway, I guess I will not finish it, but let's go ahead and play this Nidhogg Returns. So we start the Niflheim level with Nidhogg, and it's going to be a lot stronger for sure. And so let's see what it's going to be like. So let's go ahead and get ourselves set up here. The turn counter looks a little bit different. So, oh, this is the Nidhogg in the level 5 boss, where it will freeze first and then deal damage. And so if you don't use barrier first and just create a creature like I did, you're going to end up losing it, because what it's going to do is it's going to break all of the barrier, and your creatures will be lost too. So you need to make sure that you have some way of blocking it. I suppose I was gonna try and get a big creature there, but I guess I'll do this. All right. So unfortunately, I don't have anything that that cleanses the frozen units. This is where I think there are units that will clear your ice or fire. I don't know if Siren will take care of that, but let's see. So I guess, there's really no point in building this unless I can get a barrier. So I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, see my Valkyrie just got iced. Come on, there you go. This is gonna be quite challenging, because I wasn't really able to take out the heroic level of a Nidhogg in the campaign, actually. Although this one is a lot easier. This is not quite as difficult. So like over time you'll be able to it's not going to be as difficult. But let's go ahead and let's see. I have 5 turns remaining. I've dealt just about 200 damage right now, although here's a big one coming up. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see if I can. I can't get my matches to work well, which is really too bad, but I'm gonna have to get this set up on this side here. Okay, so there's 1, 2. Can I get one more? No. So my landworm is going to get iced, but I guess that's okay. And then I will set up my foul sprite right now. One more turn remaining, and I'm going to deal almost half of the damage here. So it's gonna be very challenging moving forward. I can only imagine how difficult it's gonna be later on, right? So this is the first fight of the Niflheim section of the festival. Brand new, completely different format here. New bosses, and you can see here. So we've got, oh man, so it's going to be difficult here. So after we finish after we finish after we finish Nidhogg, then we're gonna go all the way up until we reach the goddess Hell, and so it is gonna be hard. It's gonna be very challenging, but what's nice here is if you stick on the left side here, if you did everything that you used to do with your festivals, you'll still be able to collect enough of the tokens to be able to earn items, and you can be able to open your Blot chest. So let's go ahead and end the video with some chest opening. Let's see what we get, and then we will see if we can get any of our I don't think we'll be able to get anything necessarily, but let's see what we get. So let's go ahead and open our chest. So we got Rough Paw, Elfling, and that's just the first level, so there's really not much to expect there. Level 17 is ultimately the goal. You're always gonna try and, you always want to try and get level 17 chest if you can. And I think that with the new introduction of the Niflheim areas, I think that helps a lot because you can get more trophies this way. All right, so that was got some gems of the new Tinder Tail, looks like. So we can also take a look at what are the new creatures are available. I guess that's what we should. Tender Tails. Tender Tails is the name. It's a fire epic creature. And can we open one more? We can. So let's go ahead and open up our fourth chest, and we'll take a look at the new creatures that are going to be available, and then we will end our video right here. So more Tender Tails, but once I get higher up, that's when we'll have the opportunities to get some legendary gems, which I did just now. Unfortunately, none of the new ones. So if you take a look at the collection, scroll to the bottom, here's where we can see where the new ones are going to be coming out. And so the first one is going to be Gleamfang. Okay, so Gleamfang is going to be available this event, and you can, so when combined, the Gleamfang channels intense moonlight up to one attacking enemy, so it deals damage to them and also can have a chance to stun. You gain strength for every enemy you hit, and then you also, it goes into elusive form, so you can't get hit. So this is basically like Gleamfang. Yeah, so it's basically like this guy, Gloomfang, I think it's called. Yeah, Gloomfang. Gloomfang was really OP when it first got introduced because like it cannot die, right? It cannot die. It just sits there, like all the attacks just kind of phases through him, and then they eventually take out the opponent. So I'm interested in seeing how that's gonna work. Then we have Tarfur, which is the one that you saw in the beginning of the video, and it basically when you match it, all of the units will attack. It's kind of like Mimer. So when you and also kind of like this guy here, which is forget his name, Silvertail. Like when you match, all of the guys in the columns will attack, but this one doesn't seem to need to be in a certain space. And then in terms of the new epic hero, it's going to be Tender Tails. So when you combine Tender Tail, it adds 3 to 7 power to your adjacent creature's strength, and then they all add power back to him. It's kind of like a Rough Paw type card, but you get you can increase their strength and they increase your strength back, which is kind of nice. So anyways, that's going to be the creatures that you can expect to earn in this festival, and you kind of got to see what it's like and how you can get through your first few levels quickly, so that you can try and get through the as many trophies as you can to take down Nidhogg. We couldn't take it down this particular video, but we were really close. So that's gonna be it for me in this video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. And as I go through the phases, and if there's any other updates, I will try and provide some as well. So thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.